This is a statement done by several bodies based in East Africa, and as I've highlighted, and the basic issue is a grave concern on the emerging issues in Uganda, where several political persons have been arrested. It started with Kizza Besigye, who was abducted in Kenya and taken to Uganda, charged with treason. The same applies to his lawyer, who's recently been charged with misprision of treason, only for trying to serve the CDF with summons. And he's a lawyer, a former mayor, and a lawyer of known repute. And we see this as threats to the legal profession. We see this as threats to constitutionalism and the rule of law. So we as ICJ and East Africa Law Society and other bodies, as I've mentioned earlier, we saw it fit to make it public on these particular concerns, because we must defend the rule of law. We must defend our treaty that the East African nations have signed. The emerging issues are not only in Uganda, but also in Tanzania. We do have an opposition leader, Tundu Lissu, who's also facing charges on treason. So we see this as a copycat type of rule, where in Uganda, it's ruled by the military and not rule of law. We don't know whether they've suspended the constitution. So we are simply asking for them to go back to the constitution, to go back to the rule of law and the tenets as described by the international instruments, which Uganda has signed.